So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi live on a Saturday night. You've got me in portrait mode because I'm on my phone, and what a weekend! Susan Shaunauer is in. Did I get it right, girl? Mate, what a weekend it's been. In
Yeah,
fact,
it's been good.
we've
Been
got
good.
we've got Daryl's daughter giving the kids
We've been
trips
round,
trips round
trips around on the
round the
quad.
property on the quad. I've still got marshmallows from last night. So, I tell you what, enterprising. I'm telling you, she's 8 years old and she
You need to
drives
sit.
that bloody quad better than her dad. I'm telling you, absolutely amazing.
What a place to be brought up, eh?
Oh, mate, if only I had something like this to be brought up in.
Yeah, amazing,
We just got in the comments
amazing.
there. It's a brilliant day. Daryl's girl is amazing. Yes, she is. She is. Not only did she source me a Shintaro t-shirt, but she actually come back with that Shintaro t-shirt signed by the man himself for me.
Oh, Mark, you like, mate.
I was fucking buzzing. So that's going
Yeah,
to be framed. But what a weekend. I mean, we were down Friday and just looking at some of the fish before they even come out of the pond. And when they came out the pond today, oh my word.
yeah. It's. I mean, we've had a great summer there. How'd you? Hi, Ian. You're right, mate, and Gwen. Nice to see you on. Good to see you today, Ian. That has been a while, mate. It's been a while, but
Yes.
yeah.
Well,
Go on, mate. Sorry.
first time I've met Ian today, and
How
we
is
had
it?
two or three good chats. Yeah, he's got to come down to the towers.
Yeah, he's a smashing fella. Grafter. Where he's a bloody grafter, I'll tell you that. But yeah, nice guy. Um, yeah, I mean they've had the weather. Obviously, we've all had the weather this year for excuse me, for the fish being out in the mud ponds.
Oh,
The difference,
it's
the difference it makes having live food and them being in a natural habitat. I mean, us keeping water crystal clear so we can see our pretty little koi is we make it hard work. But when they come out of that pond, wow, they
they
are
were, and I
absolutely,
mean, it might not have shown it properly on the live that we did, but honestly, the sumi on those fish coming
yeah,
out of the mud pond was just so bright.
yeah,
And I even managed to get Tim talking in front of the camera, and like he said, over in Japan when they harvest shintaros, sanki, and stuff out of the mud ponds, the
yeah,
sumi is very down in them. It's not as deep and vibrant as it was coming out of these ones.
yeah,
So, but
yeah. It's that good soft. Sorry, I'm just looking for a bottle opener from my beer. Some nice soft Welsh water and cheers. Don't want to let the side down. Rick's not on, is he? I might as well have a berry.
in it, in it,
Mm.
Rick's at a music
And I
festival
haven't got
this
little hands.
weekend.
That's a big bottle.
Hey mate, you haven't got the right colour either.
No, no. Should have dyed that green, shouldn't I?
You
But
wait till you guys see the picture that I've got of Rick Thursday night as he was getting ready for Beautiful Days Music Festival this weekend. My word, I tell you what, I take my hat off to that man because when he goes into something, he goes into it full heartedly. If you remember back last year when we put the photos up of Rick when he'd gone on a pirate quiz night and he looked like
yeah, like Jack
what's
Sparrow.
what's that one? That's that one of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, but he was like a camp version of that.
All right, more camp than Jeff Louis Barrow. Yeah, funny.
But he does. I mean, the year before, he went to a festival, and they all dressed up in Star Wars costumes and stuff. It's like mental. He is up.
Got to enjoy it, haven't you? Got to
No,
enjoy it.
yeah. So, how are your
So,
fry doing?
absolutely booming. They really are. Like I say again, it's I changed it up this year. I mean, I cocked up. I made a mistake
You made a big
because
mistake.
I was going to keep all of the fry this time round. One because Dave Black Country Koi, I was going to let him have some for his mud pond that he's got there, and a friend of mine who's got the ponds up up near me. So I moved some into the garage, and I've cleaned the system out. It was spotless, everything was great. Put them in there, and they were developing because they were black dots, and then everything just stopped developing. Nothing hatched in there. So the only thing I can think is I haven't flushed out the chloramine tea that I used properly,
Hmm.
um, and it's seen them off because the water temperature they were 24 hours old, the eggs, when I moved them, so they should be pretty well set on the brushes. And temperature changes tend not to affect them too much at that stage. If it's too massive, it will. But
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was a couple of degrees. It wasn't significant. But the ones I left in the greenhouse, they've gone off like an absolute shot. Um, I let the water go green. I just did 30% water changes every day. Used sodium thiosulfate to knock out the chlorine and what have you. Kept ammonia reading zero point 0.02 on the HANA test meter, and just kept putting in the live food. And I'm still
You,
doing that now.
you also
The
had the
live food's
failed
still going in.
spawning that wasn't a failed spawning as well, didn't you?
That was a few years ago. That was the first time I did it. Yeah, yeah. I got impatient and I thought they were done for. Um, so I flushed everything out. I cleaned everything down, emptied the pond, left it stagnant for a bit. There was just some water in the bottom of it. It just ended up going green, and then cleared that all out, filled it all up, put some big fish in there, and noticed a couple of little fries swimming around it. So patience isn't my strong suit, but I'm learning now to let them do the thing. But
Oh, thank you,
what you need
Andrew.
to grow koi on is heat. Certainly, fry from an early age is heat and as much live food
Yeah.
as you can provide them. I've got a 500 litre vat I leave in the garden, and I just leave it full of rainwater or whatever else, and it's full of. I put a load of Daphnia in there that I bought. Just keep sprinkling a little bit of spirulina powder on the top, on the surface, just to keep them ticking over so it doesn't crash. Um, and they go off in this weather. It's just teeming with mozzie larvae, rotifers,
Yeah.
Daphnia, and I just get a fine net, just do a scoop, throw it in, and they go absolutely bonkers for it. You have to top
Thank
them
you,
up a little
Andrew.
bit with a bit of stage one.
Andrew, giving me a super chat. Thank you very much, my
Oh yeah,
friend.
I just saw that popped up. Good man.
Yeah. He's a good lad, Andrew. I mean, we got back to the farm this week, and I was in Tuesday, and Sean's like, "There's an Amazon parcel been here for you for almost a week." I knew what it was as soon as he said
Yeah.
it. But yeah, our Andrew had sent us a couple of boxes of Jaffa cakes down, so
Ah,
I've
good
gone
lad.
through half of. Well, I say I've gone through half of them. Sean's had a few. Rick's had a few, but it's the big boxes with the boxes inside. So yeah,
Yeah,
we've got enough
yeah.
Jaffa cakes to keep us going for a couple of weeks at least.
So it's can't beat a Jaffa cake. You can't. Do you like the lime ones?
Oh my God, no!
They did it.
They're
They
not
went mad a little while ago, didn't they? Black currant and lime and all kinds of flavors.
the
I didn't mind the
blackcurrant
lime ones.
lime. There's all sorts. No, I'm sorry. A Jaffa cake has got to be orange.
Purist. I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
It's
it.
just like it's the same with jam jammy Dodgers. You know, a jammy Dodger should be raspberry jam. Now they've
Yeah.
got every fucking flavour under the sun. It's like, why keep changing these things?
If anybody joins this live chat, I wonder what it was. What are they on about? Hello, well, you're right, mate. It's Australia.
Mate,
I don't mind
Andrew,
it. I quite like it, Australia. My drinking habits change through the seasons. I think as it gets a bit cooler, I tend to go more on real ales, and then when it's like this, I'll either have a bottle of lager or cider because it's nice.
I've been really good with the Red Bull actually, Andrew. I've had no choice
Yeah,
because Susan's rationed me.
yeah, she
I've
should
got
do as well. That stuff's
well,
evil.
there's a shop in Basingstoke, and it's the cheapest shop in Basingstoke for getting the giant cans.
Mm,
Everywhere else, you're looking for between £3.30 and £3.75 for one of the giant cans. Well, this shop down the road from me, it is the only shop in Basingstoke that still sells the cans that have got 265 on them.
you're right, Aaron.
How we doing?
So we
All right, mate. You?
went in Friday, Thursday afternoon.
Mm,
Yeah, Thursday on our way out, and they only had 6 in the fridge. So I
yeah.
took all 6, and I've been rationed for 2 a day.
I don't know.
You're looking a bit bedraggled there, mate. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm in an hotel room, and the only place where my laptop will connect is next to the door. So the laptop's
Are
on
you
a
in the
bin.
north of England? Are you?
Yeah, the laptop's
Right.
on a dustbin with it plugged into near the kettle up here, and I'm right next to the door, so it'll connect to the internet.
Well, I'm lucky.
Sitting in the
I'm
corridor.
in the middle of a field, and I've got 3-bar signal Wi-Fi. So,
Yeah, that's all right. I don't think they have 5G up here.
mate, the closer you actually get to the mud pond itself, the better the signal gets because
Oh,
he's got a Wi-Fi booster on the veranda bit. He's got over the top of the pond, and I think that is for the so he can keep the security cameras and stuff
yeah.
going.
Hey, upside.
Simon's in the house. How are we doing, Simon? So, how's the pond coming, Aaron? Without spoiling any of your videos.
You love putting me on the spot with this, don't you, Vince? I've had so many people ask me today. I am 2 episodes in front of real life, or 2 episodes behind. Sorry. So, in real life, we are 2 episodes in front.
Right.
That's all you're getting.
In it.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's deliberately stopped messaging me lately because for some reason, without even thinking about it, I end up putting my foot in it and spoiling his fucking
Yeah.
video.
Vince just loves going on a Saturday night. Oh, so I bet that went really well. And I'm like, Vince, we're not actually up to that bit yet.
I don't know what you like.
Do you know what? It's good to have a weekend off and come up to a show like this today and not do back-breaking work. Just to be fair, I have done back-breaking work because Crafty was on his own with like 4 sales vats, and when I turned around, he had a crowd of people around all of them. So me and Leo got handed a net, and to be fair, Leo has grafted on Crafty's stand today.
Yeah, bless.
Oh,
Gee,
And do you
fair
know
play,
what?
yeah.
When it quietened down and he didn't need the help, Leo was still making boxes up and doing everything for him. So it's a fair play to him. Leo's put a shift in for Crafty today.
yeah, wait. If Leo's there, you know what you need to do,
It
Leo?
is.
Is you're like,
He's in his
Crafty,
kegs. He's not coming on YouTube.
Crafty, you know, I like that koi there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Do you know what, mate? Right. Crafty has really he has really done a solid with Leo today, standing with him and allowing him to do stuff like that with Salesfish. You know, he's learnt a lot today. So
No, that's good.
Mate,
That's good.
best way
and
to
do you know
learn is
what?
get chucked in the fucking deep end.
In the deep end, And when me and Nikki was off doing a bit of filming, and I'm looking from across the show, I'm seeing Leo enjoying himself, having a laugh. Like, especially Leo walking around with Lee as well. My God, like you can imagine some of the stuff that that No Filter Lee was saying to him.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Even today, I had to question myself because 1 minute was speaking about a Kahaku, and then the next minute, the very next word was something like that I even think's not PC enough for your live, Vince.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
So, and I'm just like, wow, Lee, wow.
The Tourette's kitchen.
Oh, yeah, he is definitely a Tourette's king, isn't he?
Yeah, it was a good laugh, though, to be fair. No, I've had a good day. There's lots of real nice fish on display, and I'd really like to think, well, I'd like to hope, I've picked my favourite that I think is going to be GC. And I'd love to turn up tomorrow and actually beat that. I am biased, so I love a Kahaku, so all the other ones don't really count. But yeah, it'll be. And you know what? To meet the guy who it was, and on Friday when I was helping set up, and have a good chat with him. If he wins GC when he is with the stuff that he's got, I'll be well happy for him. Without throwing too many spoilers in there.
Well, that's what it needs is new people to start winning some of these major prizes to shake things up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
It's tough though. It's tough, isn't it? I mean, the standard. The standard. I haven't been to any of the shows this year. I've just been absolutely mad with all kinds of stuff going on. So the only one I'll be at is the Junior Koi Show at Birmingham West Midlands junior one. So I'm going to show there. But I haven't managed to get around to the end. But seeing the videos and chatting to people about them, the standard has just gone up and up. And I think as more people get involved, obviously, you know, Vince yourself getting involved, and the general hobbyist, the sort of, you know, my koi aren't good enough to show type of people. That was me and various others.
Yeah.
And now starting to have a go. And I think that standard is creeping up. But to compete at the top level, it's always Go Shanky that are pretty much always Go Shanky that are going to win it 99 times out of 100. I haven't got. I've got one Go Shanky, and I've only got that Deutsche Kahaku for crossing back to firm up the Chiba line. That's the only reason it's there. But to get Go Shanky to win at competitions at that level, the money, I think it just pushes some people out of it a little bit, just because of the money you've got to spend on it. So I think you're right, it needs new people to start competing and winning and all the rest of it. But in order to do that, the investment that you've got to put in, not just into the fish, because people have won with, you know, there's all kinds of stories of people who've bought 60, 70 pound fish, grown them on, and they've competed and done well. But generally speaking, I think that the money that's involved at that sort of standard might be a little bit prohibitive for most. I don't know. It's one for debate, I guess, and one for discussion. But
oh yeah, definitely, and you're not wrong there. But then you've got the other side of the coin that say that, well, something like the National should only be the best of the best.
Do you know what?
Yeah, there was,
You know,
not the National,
but then,
right?
a separate one.
But I would like to see a koi show that's not like that is you have to win an award in the last 24 months at a show. Every show should be open, but there should be one where it's the best of that show, the best of that show, the best of that show. So when you're walking around, it's like in every
like a Crufts or you know, like a Champions League of fish sort of thing.
Like, well, like that, yeah. Like, I think there should be one where you can't just have money to get in. I know money can buy the best fish, but not every fish that's taken awards have been expensive.
No,
Right.
no, that's
But taking majors like Best Stoits, right? They're not done over money. Do you know what I mean? So, and
No.
to then have the best of the best at a show, like, I think that'd be really good, because it'd be one where it'd probably attract, like, if you could go to one show a year, you'd go to the pinnacle, wouldn't you?
What I enjoyed this year at the National was seeing a lot more variety of varieties, but a lot more variety of size as well. Because usually the National is always dictated with big fish. And yeah, big fish are really, really nice. They're really, really impressive. But at the same time, there are a lot of small, medium, and large fish that are just as impressive, but then, like you say, Paul, get pushed out because of what they are.
Yeah.
To compete in any size class in the Gosanki range,
I always
you're always going to find it hard.
Yeah, I think I agree, Aaron. Though that I think a sort of a champions of champions sort of thing, because you will have all the different classes. You'll have the size and class winners. I mean, it's not like getting first in size and class, which is good, but if you get the best one, then they'll compete there, won't they? What controversial one, and I know it's been explained, but it does bug me slightly, is the best non-Goshanki, and the last few I've seen has been a Ginrin Shower. I can't remember, Ginrin, Kahaku, or so. They're always it's a Goshanki. It's just, but they call it a non-Goshanki, and I guess non-Goshanki.
Yeah,
It would be
and yet
nice to
it's
say
still a
it's a
Gosanki that
Goshanki. It's
wins
a
it.
Goshanki. It's a Goshanki.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, there's people who know
No,
much more
I'm
about it than
totally
I
with
do
you.
that'll say it's what it is. But it'd be nice to see, you know, a nice Kajaku or a nice
Yamabuki or
Chiba,
something like something completely different, won't it? I know.
Yeah, just in the non-Goshanki, you know, Goshanki. I know Goshanki generally always take the top prizes. That's the way of it. You know, they're probably what's the word I'm looking for? A more technical fish, if you like, you know, and to get one that looks absolutely standout is quite difficult, with a difference in pattern, whereas some of them might be a little bit closer. But for the non-Goshanki, it would be nice to see, you know, you see some of the Achibas and some of the Kajakus and that kind of thing, and Goshkis, and, you know, there's some actually belting. And when you look at the non-Goshanki that's won it, and it's a Ginrin Shower or something, and you look at like I said, those other types that are in there, and you think, well, I don't know.
Surely there's better.
I've got my bee in me. I've got a bee in my
non-Gosanki
bonnet
out
over
there.
over Goshanki. That's all it is.
Do you know what though,
Mate? I'm not a lover of Gosanki myself. I mean, out of the three, I only really get enjoyment out of showers. Personal enjoyment, you know. Susan loves Susan loves a good Kahaku.
A nice pattern Kahaku, isn't it?
Unless it's for a Kahaku, it's got to jump out at me. And like me, I like a quirky pattern. And you ain't ever going to be winning no prizes at no koi shows with no flowery pattern Kahaku.
you're up against it, aren't you? I mean, without
you know
without
what I mean?
diving too much into my video, because I love Twisted Koi spoiler.
I didn't even know about this one.
Me and Leo have been
in East Susan
on. We went to the show on Friday and did a bit of filming before the show opened, and obviously we've gone into benching and everything else, and the Koi Show Pro app. And it's surprising if you take a Kahaku and you win something, you've won something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not by any means dissing anything that isn't that. But if you would have took a Garomo in any SARS, you'd have won first in SARS in class.
It's out.
Yeah.
But like, there were probably 9 in that they were up against in classes. Like every VAT had a Kahaku in it, and there was some really strong contenders. Like there was a family there today that are they're all working the show, mum, dad, and daughter, and daughter had quite how young would you say that girl was, Nick? Like probably about 20, probably about 19, 20, and she had 2 VATs there. Yeah. And her dad had the VAT next to hers. And I was like, oh, I really like that. And he said, oh, that's my daughter's. Oh, I really like that. That's my daughter's. She's got another VAT over there. And her best fisher in that one. I was like, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Superb.
It's the other VAT. And I said to her, well done, love. Like, you've got some cracking fish. And then later, I was then selling her new fish for a grow on. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she's just picked a fish and she's got all of them. But yeah, it was really good.
You got the eye for it. But I mean, I think that's kind of the point I was making as well with the Kahaku. You see so many contenders and all the rest of it. And when you walk around the show vats and you look at the people, and for me, the more hobbyists, the more people who are, I say, on a budget, who aren't spending £3, £4, £5, £10,000 on a fish or whatever else that some of these big guns are paying for them and all the rest of it, the better. It only makes the event better, getting people involved. And I would recommend it to anybody. If you're thinking about showing and you think you've got a fish good enough to do it, and that's your opinion, not anybody else's. If you think your fish is good looking enough to do it, get yourself in. It's not too expensive to get a VAT at a show. Get yourself down, and it's brilliant. It's a fantastic day out, and it's really nice for when people are looking in your VAT. But I've walked around VATs and shows, and there's that many Go Shanky and all the rest of it, and I just think that I don't think I'd have brought that because, and I don't contradict myself, but to compete in Go Shanky at a show, is so difficult, which is why I never do. I'll take the Ginring Shags, and I'll take a Kahaku, and I'll take an Ikshiba, and I've got a really nice Shiro here that I'm toying with taking to Birmingham, just because I'm not gonna. It does look bigger on screen. I've got little hands. It's just one of them big 600 bottles or something like that, whatever it is. So, but yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to break into because,
mate, I know exactly what you're saying though. I mean, 2 years running, I've taken that Deutsch Sankey that I've got in my pond.
Yeah.
Now everyone that comes to my ponds, like, can I buy that? The amount of people at the show come up to me and said that Deutsch Sankey is amazing, and yet 2 years running,
not taking a sausage.
It's never got
no. I must admit, I was gobsmacked that didn't take something.
Do you know what though, Vince? I don't think that's ready yet.
No.
Right, and that's not me being tight. That's like, because I really like that fish, and I'd have it off you tomorrow. But on a competing stage, I don't think it's finished enough.
No.
To take, and I'm not saying it won't be.
Definitely not.
Like, I think when it's ready, it'll do it. Like, and do you know what you're saying, Cash? Like, I've walked around there today and gone, Leo's Tanjo Sankey would be the best one there today, like by a country mile. And I've looked around the Asagis and gone, oh, my Asagi's miles better than these. And within all sizes there, like it would have smashed it. And then Nick is saying, about our Deutsch Sankeys on. I was like, well, do you know what? We probably could have put a few fish in a bowlie and done all right today, but I don't have the mental capacity to travel my fish.
And then
not be sat next to it for the full time they're there.
No, I understand. Mate, I really do understand that. I know the first time I did it was a little bit sort of panic mode, and I was the first show I did. I showed some big fish, and trying to move big fish is. I mean, when these guys are doing it, I was talking to, and I can't remember the guy's name for the life of me. He did do some YouTube stuff ages ago. He's an older boy. His pond's inside, and he's got some monsters. And he had the vat with the grand champion, the reserve champion, everything. And the two vats were side by side. Can't remember his name. He was doing some work with Kasuri down at the national a couple of years ago. And he was saying the way they transport them in the vats in the van, they've got those ones on gimbals with the zip tops and everything else. And it's all, but the value in those fish, and obviously the pride and love and everything else that's gone into growing them on, and they're out of their ponds to ferry them around is huge. And I think that does put a lot of people off. But you kind of once you've done it a couple of times, it's easier. The guys at the show, as you well know, from this weekend, look after those fish in that water. I mean, there's always something that spawns. Even last year on the way back from the Birmingham and West Mids, I had one, a Ginrin Piracina, that actually I swore was male. Blew out a load of eggs in the bag on the way home. I still swear it's male, but other than the fact that it blew out a load of eggs on the way home. So you know they get that, but they look after that water so well. The fish is really, really well looked after. So it's a leap of faith, but I think you should, because you have got some stunning fish.
You know what's mad, right? I'll tell you something that shocked me when I was told. In that school hall, there's two guys that will sleep in the hall of a night that take 2-hour shifts to go and test.
Yeah.
Like that's proper that, isn't it? But still, like, it's even down to the amount of fish that I bagged through doing shop days at Wakefield Koi and Elping Crafty and Greenwood Koi. I bagged loads of fish, but bagging my own fish, right? I'd be like, have I put that elastic band on right? Do you know what I mean? I'd be thinking all the way driving there, am I going to get to a wet box? And
there
was some them zip things.
I mean, I've driven down to New Forest to pick up to pick up fish, and Vince has brought fish up, and you listen out. You want them to splash in the back, because you know if it jumps around and you can hear the water splashing, it's actually all right, because it's not going to do too much damage to itself in the back. If you don't hear it splashing around, you're thinking, is there any water left in that bag? It's got a soggy boot and a fish flapping on its side.
Like my dad had just spent the most amount of money he'd ever spent on a shower just after Christmas. And when we picked it up that day, we went in my van, put it in the back, first roundabout, some boy racer in front of me. And you know, and I'm like, oh no, I've got to drive an hour, hoping that's got both its pecs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well,
I've never, for all the worry and all the concern, I've never damaged a fish taking it to a show. I've done it bringing one back from a show, when I'm putting it back in the pond. It decided to have a moment and it split a peck, and it healed up. But you know, your heart's in your mouth when you're doing it. But when you're putting them in, it's when you're netting them up and you're putting them in a bag. And I've got a couple of them that are absolutely bonkers. And as soon as and that's why if anybody's sort of new to it or does netting a fish up, get the biggest net you can. I got a meter hand net.
Yes, we are live on YouTube. Sorry.
So
Daryl's daughter and her friends.
Oh, very good.
Cousin. I'm her cousin.
With stars today.
And I'm family. How many people?
So I can't see until I watched it afterwards.
Get the biggest net you can physically manage in your pond, to catch your fish up with, because trying to chase them around with a small net is impossible. When you've got a big net, it's dead easy. You can just scoop them up, get them in your sock net, and get them away.
In all fairness, that's something that I'm quite lacking, but at the moment, with them all being in the swimming pool, what I've got suffices. But when they go into that pond, there'll be absolutely no way I'll be able to catch them.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just using
yeah.
a carp landing. I've got a sock net, but I'm just using a carp landing net, and like
Yeah.
I won't be able to. When I come to move the stuff across, I won't be able to do that. So
No, I bought one. I didn't have any fish. The biggest one I've got is I've got a Ginrin Karashi Goi, and it's 68, something like that, 68 cm. But I use the big net to catch anything out of there, whether it's 30 cm or whether it's 60 cm. But it's still the big net that goes in because it's just so much easier to corral them and manage them
Mate,
without them whacking themselves all over the place.
last year we had a little system set up because I had Rick there, I had Matt there, and I was netting them into the sock, and then I'd put the sock in the bowl for Rick. He'd then sock them straight into a bag, and we'd go from there. Gets to the second to last fish, and it's the Ginrin Matsukau, and literally, I'm just about to hit it with the sock net, and it decides it's gonna go, and it comes straight at me, bounces off my chest onto the plastic tub in front of me, back up into the pond, and that was it. I was shot. My fucking hands were like, Rick's like, get out of the way, I'll do the last two.
Yeah, yeah.
Up
It's
until that
sorry,
point,
the
I was
chickens
absolutely
keep coming
fine.
in. Get out.
how's your day been at Koi Heaven then?
Say again?
How's your day been today then with the mud pond?
Mate, it's been absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I didn't put sun cream on, can you tell?
Huh?
Glowing a little bit from the Welsh hillsides. I didn't
Mate,
realise it was quite that bad.
my
But it's
face
great,
looks-
fantastic.
Yeah, my face bright red. But yeah, it's been an absolutely awesome day. The atmosphere has been amazing, and to be
Yeah, it was
able to spend time with Shintaro as well. That just I mean,
Some nice fish he's got up there as well. Some really nice, nice
I
fish.
got to watch him select through Tosai yesterday, and he doesn't speak a great deal of English, but his facial and his hand expressions tell you all you need to know. Absolutely phenomenal. And I've got a signed T-shirt by him. Oh, even better,
You could have got me one.
mate. There was a couple of ladies in a marquee doing teas, coffees, and drinks and stuff, and there's been one lady there in a white Shintaro T-shirt all day. And when I went up to go and buy a T-shirt to go and speak to him to see if I could get an autograph on it, she's like, "Oh, we're sold out." Oh, absolutely gutted. Well, Daryl's daughter, in the end, talked to her into going and getting changed into a new T-shirt. Brought the T-shirt out to me to say, "I've got this off of her. I'm now going to go and get an autograph for you." And fair play to her. She come back, and he's autographed the front for me.
Fair play. What a
So,
superstar.
might not be going home with a fish, but that is just as fucking good in my eyes.
I nearly did.
The amount of times today that like I know I don't want to put no more fish in my swimming pool. It's like it's working right. I've said I will not put any more fish in it, but the amount of times that I've had fish in a bowl today for someone else and gone, "Oh, I like that." And
No, you don't want that one. Oh, no, rubbish that.
do you know what? I picked out one Sankey this morning. I was like, wow, that is really good for the money. Like for what the price is on that ball, that's a cracker. And I thought, I wonder if anybody like naturally selects that. And like 3 hours in, it was still swimming around in there, and I thought, oh, that's mad that that's still in there. Someone said, Aaron, let's speak Sankeys, and I was like, okay, let's speak Sankeys. Before you do pick three, you pick three, and I'll put one in. And I put it in. I was like, oh, we'll have yours.
There you go. Then you know
It was fun to
which
look at
glasses to
them,
pick them for them. Don't pick the ones that you want.
Well, I'm not bothered about that. I tell you what, though, Aragoki have flown out today compared to the Go Sankis, and it was making me think like the amount of non-Go Sankis that were sold. I wonder if, like, in the years to come when they get bigger, whether there'll be more of them on the scene, because these Aragokis are like, wow, they're
There
class.
may well be though, Aaron, but they won't place anywhere though. And we were told that straight from the hip from Alan Tate because of the irregularity of the scales. Because it's not symmetrical.
It wasn't just them though, Vince. A lot of Go Sankey sold, but more non-Go Sankey sold. I think there was a vat of one vat of Goshki and Shiros, and there was like a Go Sankey mix with Aragoki, and then there was another non-Go Sankey vat, and the two non-Go Sankey vats did miles better, and the prices were the same, like ish. Do you know what I mean? There was not much in it. One of them went drastically more, and it seemed that like your sparkly fish were doing really well.
Yeah, Ginrin seems to have taken off as well, doesn't it? But if you get a nice Ginrin, if you get that Ginrin throughout, and it changes as the fish moves and it catches it in the sun, they are stunning.
They are, but
like,
for them to win on the show scene, there'd have to be some real drastic changes in the way fish are judged.
Surely it's the people who are showing the fish that should drive what's popular. I mean, it's what we were saying before. It's exactly the conversation we were having before. If it's popular if it's popular, then people can get them out and show them. Then they will become. The judging will have to change because they're there to compete,
I'm
aren't
just
they?
looking at Marcus's comment.
Yeah, it's a good comment.
Create but then they'll turn around and say, but they've got a category, Kawari Mono. But then you put an Aragoki against a real nice scaled footprint Kawari Mono, that Aragoki's never going to win because, it's something needs to change drastically if fish like that are going to start winning awards at shows.
Surely, though, there was a point where the certain aspects of fish wasn't a variety, and they've become so popular that they are a variety. Do you know what I mean? So it just seems like.
But then, at the same time, though, Aaron, how can you judge as a judge a golden corn? Because the variation of golden corn is so fucking wide and vast.
Yeah.
How would you? Can you see what I mean?
100%.
It's the same with Aragoki.
Yeah, no. After doing that golden corn growing show, like when there was all in the bowl, I would have swore blind that 50% of them want golden corn.
It's not stable enough. As you watch any of the videos from the guys going to Japan and everything else, it's not a stable enough type.
No,
there's a lot of market. I mean, of course there is. People are trying to sell fish. They're trying to make a living. So I don't begrudge them or knock them, but there's a lot of marketing goes on in terms of the people that they get to say, well, we've got a new variety, we've got a golden corn, we've got black juice, we've got this, we've got that, we've got the other. And some of the weird and wonderful names they come up for them, and some of them are absolutely stunning fish. There's no doubt about it. I mean, so you see some of those golden corns that make the calendars coming out of Japan and the farms over there. absolutely. But you can't repeat it. So like with a Go Sankey, with a Kahaku, with a Sankey or with a Showa, they know, especially over in Japan, they know the bloodlines, they know the parent sets. I was talking to Tim Woodington about it today. They know the parent sets that are going to produce the type of fish they want, and then they've got hundreds of years of expert selection and everything else, which we're way behind in the UK, which is one of the reasons that maybe people that think that English bred fish aren't as good. And once they know that, then they can reproduce those time and time again. But the golden corn and some of those other types aren't stable enough yet.
No.
So as you
No.
say, you see a load of them in the bowl, and I've seen it myself, and half of them look like
Daryl's got some up
bad
here.
Karachi guys, or they're not anything.
What did I think it was now?
Daryl's got some here and has tickled my fancy just because of its colour. But to look at, it could be mistaken as an Akamatsuba. But it's not. It's from the golden corns. And that's what I mean. There is so much variation in the golden corn. Now, if they all consistently look like the ones that were on the front of the Koi Talk magazine,
Yeah,
then
see,
you could
that one's obscene though, isn't it? That one that
then
was
you
on the
could
Koi
judge
Talk
it.
magazine.
You see what I mean?
Mental. Yeah. Well, you've got something to judge against, haven't you? Because there's a breed standard, for want of a better phrase, which you can get with the Go Sankey, you can get with a Kajaku, you can get with a Garomo, you can get with most of those types of fish. But some of the Kawara Mono, it's almost impossible to reproduce it time and time again. So it's very difficult to compare them. I'm sure that will change over the years, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think Simon Shears, you said there, Aaron. I agree. I must admit, I really do like an Aragoki, which is why with the breeding program I'm trying over the next 5 years, started last year with a fully scaled Miracar and two partially scaled Miracar back to Ginrin Sorogois to try and
don't talk
put
about Sorogois.
put the scaling in and breed a bit more vigor across, and we'll see in a few years whether that pays off. It might not work, but I've got some very nice Chagois.
Mate,
some very nice Chagois.
Did you see that big Sorogoi in the back room?
Yes, I did. I nearly asked him how much it was.
Mate,
there were two in there. There was a Sorogoi and there was a Shiro.
Yes.
And if money was no object, both of those fish would have been coming home with me. Yeah. I didn't even ask him how much they were because I didn't want to embarrass myself when I had to walk away with my head down.
I did feel like going in. Do you do Klarna?
yeah. Susan, you're dead right. That's exactly why. Yeah, they do. They look like a rubbish Karachi guy if they're wrong, and they change so much. But yeah, those fish in that back pond was stunning, absolutely stunning. That Sorogoi was something else.
Yeah, that Sorogoi.
And I'm after a female Sorogoi.
That Sorogoi, and 2 out of the 3 of the Shiros as well.
Yeah. There was a lot of air going on, so I couldn't quite see the Shiro properly. But the Sumi and the pattern on it was real checkerboard. Mate, it was absolutely, and the blocks of Sumi were absolutely jet black.
To think that what he does here is part-time. It's his hobby, and the level of detail that he's gone to is unreal here, and he's only just started.
Yeah. He's got a lot of experience, though, Daryl, hasn't he? As a hobbyist, he's got a lot of experience and what have you. So, but what he's done is phenomenal.
But the forethought that he's done, up in that sales area, you've got 3 different areas. Each area has its own oxygen line that reels out on a roll, so he can bag and gas straight at the pond.
Yeah.
No having to net it up, sock it up, move it. it can be viewed in the pond it's in, and then it can be bagged in the pond that it's in, mate.
Is that Rob Walker that's koi? Is
systems.
that Walker koi? Is that I don't know whether that's Rob Walker or it's just a Walker koi. But yeah, you're right. Whether it's Rob or whether it's not, it's you're right. The day Anongo Sankey wins Grand Champion in a major koi show is the year Jack Russell Cross Great Dane wins Crufts.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I want to see is a load of Great Dane Cross Jack Russells in the vats, just for
Yeah.
mixing it up a little bit.
Isn't it?
They don't have to win; they just have to be there.
And that's why I like taking all the weird and wonderful stuff that Rick creates.
Which one would be the male or?
Well, no, the Jack Russell, because this has happened, hasn't it, with a Rottweiler and a Dachshund, and there was a Chihuahua and a big dog, because the bitch falls asleep and the little dog goes and helps himself and doesn't even wake her up. It has happened. It has happened. There was a Dachshund cross. There's been a few weird and wonderful ones, but normally it's when the bitch is nodding off and the little fella's decided he fancies a bit.
Wow.
Sounds like our house on a Saturday night.
That sound shape, but just massive legs.
That Vino's kicking in, isn't it? Well, I'm going to call it a night for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because it is starting to turn
Cheers,
down.
Vince, man. I'm sat in the most awkward position on the floor here.
Yeah.
You don't look comfy, mate. You don't look comfy.
So, a massive thank you to my man Cashy there for coming on and joining us. It's about bloody time.
Yeah.
Massive thanks to Aaron for coming and joining us from his hotel room, and from an absolutely awesome spot. If you ever get the chance to come down, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very
It
nice.
is a beautiful place, and I guarantee you, next year's event is going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah. That will just grow. That will just grow, definitely. No, it's decent.
Yeah.
Decent.
So, yeah, I'm going to go and traipse all the way up to the posh loos, because we've got posh loos up here. We've got hot running water and everything. So, yeah, I'm
Nice
going
one,
to
mate.
take you up to the posh loos. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, don't forget, on your way out, like, share, subscribe, and all that schmezzle. I've been Twisted Koi. You out there, you know you're great, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon with a weekend roundup video. Laters, guys.
Cheers, gang.